cigar smoldering in the ashtray.
Yes!
And it was you who left my grandfather's book out for me to find.
Yes!
So that I would...
Yes!
Then you and Victor were...
Yes! Yes! Say it! He was my boyfriend!
Hi everyone, welcome to the channel, The Law and the Promise, where we talk about the laws of mind that govern our lives. And it's good to talk about them because they govern our lives. So it's best to know about them. And today we got a request from a patron about special persons, significant others, better halves, your spouse, your boyfriend. And the question is, how do you know if a desire is from God or if it's an ego-driven thing? Especially when it comes to special persons and having children and, everything that goes with it. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So if you like this kind of content, hey, feel free to give it a thumbs up and share, put a comment in below. I appreciate it. It brings insight, into what I'm doing and how I can make it better for other people, because I'm just sharing, what I've learned. Okay. I encourage everyone to go check out others for yourself and see which ones really resonate with you when it comes to this stuff. And this is true in all things. You don't take anybody's word for it. You don't take my word for it. You don't take anybody's word for it. You listen, you take in counsel, and then you think about it. And then God in your heart and you will come to an amicable decision. So when it comes to special persons, well, first let's talk about desire. Okay. There are times when you might want to be with the most popular guy in the school. Okay. Not because you know him and you like him, but because he's the most popular guy in the school. Okay. And he hangs out with the popular kids. And when you do really like them and want to be around them, then they begin to notice that and they begin to be themselves instead of the football hero or whatever it is. Okay, they're putting on a show, they're putting on an act. Now, if they really are that, then, they'll still be friends with you. They'll still have you within their group if they are a good man, okay, because they welcome everyone. And it's only the vain ones that say, you need to do this because, I'm your girlfriend and I'm going to be with you forever, and you need to do this. And if you start going off like that, then, you only think about yourself, you're thinking ego. And this, trips people up because you have to draw a line between I am, which is your true self, and the character you're playing, which is insert your name. In my case, it's Rita. Okay. And I've been called many things. Rita, Mimi, Aunt Rita, Auntie Rita, Mrs. C. Hey, Rita, what's going on? It's endless. So whatever comes after I am is a character you're playing. And the idea is to pull the two into one. Okay, that you recognize this and you don't allow Rita's desires to get in the way of I am's desires. And a desire does come from God. Okay, everyone wants companions, somebody to be friends with, best mates. It's what Doctor Who describes his companion as being. It's not a sexual thing. Okay, they're mates. and he loves them with all his heart, and they love him with all their heart. And it's this kind of thing that really is what it's talking about. Spirit, your spirit first. The body is just a manifestation of spirit. It's yours, it's part of you, and it's spirit. Okay, it's not real in the sense of physical, because you're thinking of man things and you're only thinking shallowly, you know. And you see that a lot today, the OnlyFans, you know. I'm sorry, there's nobody to be praising who's been an OnlyFans star. So what? You know, you're a whore. That's what you are. And the pimp is now technology. So, you know, whatever. You're not getting beat up anymore, but you're still a whore, you know. And girls who go out on dates and see that the guy has a pickup truck instead of a Maserati and is instantly cold and ugly. And some of them just, you know, frankly, well, I'm not getting that, you know. Or the man offers them a date. Let's go have a cup of coffee and get to know each other. And well, you're going to take this to a coffee shop? You know, I was expecting dinner, not at Olive Garden either. You know? And of course, someone who respects themselves is immediately going to say, well, okay, this was a mistake. I'll take you home. You know, you don't want to get to know me. You just want to see yourself in fancy restaurants and that somebody else is paying for it. And you could give a shit about the one who's paying for it. You just pay, baby. That's what you do. I'm the thing of beauty. They're mesmerized with themselves. They're just like the queen in Snow White. Yeah. That's has no substance to it. And spiritually, that means you have no essence. You don't exist. You're a zombie. Okay? You just look like you're walking and talking. You got enough of a divine spark in you to be able to do that. But guess what? Not enough to fight off anything. You're weak. You're bullshit. You can now get away from me. And it's the same thing on the other side. Okay. Oh, baby, I love you. I want to do this with you and that with you. He gets his rocks off, you know, and then says, yeah, well, that was nice to see you around. Yeah. What? You know, you don't go into it lightly. This is important. Not everybody gets to see this Fabergé egg. Okay. Yeah, you know, I respect myself. And if you don't respect yourself, then this is a conflict. We might as well get apart. So it depends on, you know, what's going on. And this is a symbiotic relationship. So whereas you may admire the popular guy, you know, but always poo-poo the idea that you wanted to go out with somebody like that or all this other stuff. Well, secretly you want to. Okay, there's a desire there. He's cute, he's funny, you think he's great, but you really don't like the people he's around. It's not worth it to you, you know. And what ends up happening is y'all keep getting thrown together and he comes to see you and he ends up becoming your boyfriend. And all the people who were around him no longer come around him. If they're shallow, all the others who are not embrace you and you become part of their group. Okay. And it's natural and it's the right way. Now, as far as having children, you know, again, this is a desire. If you desire to have children with someone, and this is your special one, and you want to have it with them, well, it doesn't matter if they say it's impossible because physically you can't or anything like that. Of course you can, but you have to leave it to God. Okay, you don't do it. You don't do it. And What usually happens is that, y'all come together in a spontaneous moment that you didn't expect, and it was wonderful and beautiful and loving, and, you find out you're pregnant a couple of months later. And you never imagined it, you didn't think about it or anything else, it just happens. And that's because this is a messenger being sent to you, okay? You're a child. And now you have the opportunity to take a blank slate of consciousness and mold it. How are you going to mold it? So it's a symbiotic relationship. And it's perfect no matter what, because you're being guided, okay? And it's your own true self guiding you, the one that's always been watching out for you, the one without a name, okay? It loves you, and it is you. So if you don't love you, no one else can. You won't believe them, you won't listen to them, and you'll keep, beating yourself up and beating everybody else up around you. So the way to know is, one, desires always come from God. God wants you to have something, and you've denied yourself, so it's turned into a desire. Okay, and you take it too far. How can I have this? I have to have it, and it's just, oh well, he seems out of reach. And would it be nice if I could go out with him or go to prom with him, or I could, be married to him or whatever, we're back together again? Yeah, it would be great. I'm not going to sacrifice myself for that. I'm not going to be something that I'm not. I will be true to my own self. So that's what it is. And people think they have to do something to earn someone's love, and you don't earn love, and you don't earn respect. Okay, it's given. Because you love and respect yourself, you are automatically giving out love and respect to others. And when you witness others not doing that, it's disheartening. It really is. You pity them and you pray for them. You forgive them, whatever way you want to handle it, because you're a spirit. You're the one who doesn't know yet. So that's okay. You'll figure it out. Okay, but for now, I forgive you for showing Rita, or I forgive Rita for believing that, women are so shallow, that people can be so shallow, that all they think about is the surface area. You think you're better than. That's vanity. All right? And it's not worth it. So there are others that don't want children, but they still want a satisfying, wonderful relationship with someone. And, they've known all their lives they really don't want children. Now, they may change their minds, of course, but for the most part, they don't want children. So they hook up with somebody. And guess what? His secret desire is he wants children. You got a conflict. He was there to show you something. He was there to lead you in some way. You were bound to break up because of that conflict. And no, you're not supposed to give him children because he wants children when you don't. It's not good for you. It's not good for him. It's not good for the children, because you start to resent. You become disillusioned. Okay, you feel like you never have time for yourself because you really didn't want children, and you don't want to give all your time to them. It's pretty simple. All right, now there's others who absolutely adore being pregnant, but they don't like raising the kids. That's okay. They still love their children. All right? They do. And they help bring them up, but for most of the day-to-day activity is left to somebody else. A maid, a babysitter, somebody, a caretaker. But they work together with the mother, and this is how you know they care, and they, but there are some who, just don't want them and only got pregnant to try to keep the man with them, who ended up leaving them anyways. You see how this is nasty. Spiritually, spirits don't have sex. Okay. That's why it's a sin. Okay? But we're unique. We're the son of man and the son of God. When you lose your ego, you become the son of man and the son of God. If you have an ego, you ain't nothing. Nothing but a man rolling around in the dirt, rolling in the shit. That's what you're doing. Pain, suffering, conflict. But there is a deeper meaning, a deeper purpose to all of it. But the main thing to understand is desires do come from God. There's something you've withheld from yourself. There's nothing wrong with you wanting companionship full time, all the time, a satisfying companion, and no children. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. And it's perfectly acceptable. It's understanding that that one you thought was going to be the one for life wanted children, and you love him so much that it's okay. You're happy he found somebody to have children with. You can bless him and let him go, even though that's the one you've been trying to get back. And it hasn't been working, and there's a reason. There's a perfect someone for you out there who matches up perfectly. This one was to teach you and guide you to the laws of mind, to understanding what is going on. And it's fine. Okay? It was important. If you don't know, then when shit hits the fan, and it's going to hit the fan, you'll be safe and secure. And so will you and yours. All right? But some of them are not. Some of them, the Christ is going to look at it and say, I never knew you. So to really have it is to know you have it and know that nothing's wrong. God's in your heart. He's guiding you. You trust him implicitly, and that's all there is to it. Que sera, sera. It had to be for something good. And this is what, if you wait till the end of the video, you'll see the clip from, There Are No Angels, one of my favorite Christmas movies. And, where one of the main characters looks at the angel who's been helping him, who's disguised as a escaped convict, and says, well, I know there must have been some good in there somewhere. I don't know where, but it must have been. A lot of people worry about this, but I would not worry, especially about children. If you desire to have children with somebody, that came from God. He's helping you, and at the same time, someone else who's passed is stepping into that body, and you're helping them. It's a symbiotic relationship. Okay, we all go home together. Okay, no man left behind. You wouldn't leave your body behind. Okay, you take it with you. So the idea is to examine yourself, and then to thine own self be true. If you're waffling about having children, you need to stop and think again. Are you only trying to think you want children because your last partner wanted them and you lost your last partner? Maybe you should think about having children. No. If you don't want children, that's okay. In fact, it's perfect. And if you do want children, then that's okay. It's perfect. You know, everyone has their own tune, their own song to sing, their own story to tell, their own dance to dance. And it's okay. You've just been forced to look at others and compare yourself to others as if it's a competition and maybe you need to do this or that. No, you are loved unconditionally. You are perfect, warts and all. Okay. And there is a perfect someone out there for you. It's the old nursery rhyme, you know, Jack Sprat could eat no fat, his wife could eat no lean. And so between the two of them, they licked the platter clean. You know, and she doesn't bitch that he doesn't like fat, and he doesn't bitch that she does. Okay. They know between the two of them, it's perfect. So I hope this helps. It's understanding that all desires come from God. Okay. It's how they are presented to you that, is the journey. And you're finding out things about yourself. You're discovering things about yourself. And so you just know, everything really did work out for the best. Because I really didn't want children, and he did, and now he does, and he looks so happy. And you know what? I never thought I'd say this, but us breaking up was the best thing that ever happened for him and me. And you go out, go have fun. You'll meet that someone who doesn't want children either, who already has children and doesn't want any more children. And maybe that's really the family, that you will be with, and you can pass your wisdom and your discoveries on to his children, and that is what it was meant to be. So, this is just an example. Because I'm a female, I tend to use female and male. So, just flip that for the males. It's the same thing. Okay? You don't give in and say, oh, well, if coffee's not good enough, yeah, how about sawgrass, and, you don't appease this monster that just got into your car. She says she's beautiful. She's a monster. Okay? That's what she is. So, it's a matter of respecting yourself. And you respect yourself by being true to yourself. And you just have to sit down and figure that out when things happen, because that's what, rocks your boat, makes you wonder, should I? And like my dad used to say, don't wander too far, you might get lost. So I hope this helps. Blessings to you. And thank you. Thank you for being you.
I'm so ashamed, wishing he were dead.
No, you shouldn't be. You committed the perfect crime. It all took place up there. No evidence, no witnesses, just results. Oh, I envy you.
Felix, I have the most terrible news for you. Andre's dead.
Dead?
It's true, he died in his sleep.
It was very considerate of him.
I don't know what to do.
The first thing to do is to make sure that he's dead. I don't trust him.
You can take my word for it. He's dead, all right.
We must find a doctor. The death certificate must be signed. We'll go to the Board of Health.
Quite a Christmas present.
Oh, don't misunderstand me. It's true that I never liked my cousin, only because he was not likable. He had a number of good points, I'm sure. I just can't think of any.
So